What's up, guys? Once again, you are welcome to today's chess tutorial. We shall be looking at another very powerful chess trap called the Queen's Gambit. Now, if you know how to play the Queen's Gambit, the Queen Gambit is one of the feared and most dangerous opening gambit or trap in the chess game. Now, it actually starts with white. It can actually be played by white against a black or black against a white, as the case may be. But this is a popular opening in the Queen's Gambit. These are the Queen's Gambit look like. So you actually start with white playing a pawn to d4, and then black respond with pawn to d5. And then we play this opening here. This is what we call the queen side opening. So white will play his own pawn to c4. In a bit to lure his opponent to pick this pawn with his own pawn. So if black falls on this pawn, it's going to be a big disaster for black. Now just watch out. So in most cases, this pawn is undefended, and you will notice black will go for it. He will go for it, and then not knowing that we are setting a trap. And then from here, you notice in most cases, white will simply just play his own pawn to e3, paving way for this bishop to attack this pawn here, undefended pawn here. So but right here now, people character, some people, and once they gain material, they want to hold on to that material. So you learn to let go material, especially if you get it for free. You didn't work for it, you get it for free. Most people don't like to let go, and this is a problem with a lot of persons. So black here, in trying to get hold or defend this material, watch what is going to happen to black. So in most cases, you notice black will play his own pawn here to b5 in trying to defend this pawn here. Like I said, white is attacking this pawn, and so black here is defending, by playing this pawn here. Okay, so now what are we going to do now? This is what white is going to do. Now, in most cases, you notice from here, white will try to break this pawn chain by playing his own pawn to a4. White plays his own pawn to a4 to break up this pawn chain here. And you see, black, still very adamant, will try to hold on to that pieces. And this, you see a common move from black. Black is going to play his pawn here to c6, try to hold on to this material. And then from here, you're going to notice white picked that pawn with his own pawn. He plays to b5 and pick that pawn, and then black respond by picking that pawn. And then guess what white will do now? White will now deliver the blow, and that is play his queen to f3, and then from here, you are now directly fucking both the knight and the rook at the same time. You are fucking both the knight and the rook. Let me explain. From here now, nothing that black can do to defend any of these pieces here. Now, black can choose to trade off or lose his knight or his rook. Now, let me explain. In most cases, most people don't want to lose their rook, so they will play their knight. And then from here, white is going to pick, and then black defend with his bishop, and we can pick this rook right now. So black have already sacrificed or choose to sacrifice or lose his rook. Lose his knight in place of his rook. So, but on the whole, black have just lost an officer, and this is a big win for white. And from there, white can just go on and win the game very easily. So this is the first variation in the Queen's Gambit. All right, so in the next variation, we are going to be looking at another very powerful trap played by black against the white this time around. So it actually starts with white playing his own pawn to d4, and then black respond with pawn to d5, and then from here you're going to notice white play his own pawn to c4, and then black respond with pawn to e6. And then from here you're going to notice since this pawn have been declined, initially black wanted to play the queen's opening or the queen's gambit, but black is declining this. Had it been that black pick with his own pawn, had it been black respond by picking this pawn here, then black will be falling for the trap again. But this time around, like I said, it is going to be another reverse. It's going to be black against the white. So black will be playing this trap against the white. Now watch out. From here, you're going to notice black will play out his own knight to f6, and then white pick that pawn there. As soon as white pick that pawn at d5, black respond as well by playing that pawn to by picking the pawn at d5 as well, protected by the queen and also the knight. And then from here, you notice in most cases, white is going to pin this knight to the queen. White is pinning this knight to the queen, and this is where our trap is set. This is where we're going to set our trap. Now look at the beautiful thing here. You are going to notice in most cases here, black plays out his bishop to d6. That's to d6. White plays his bishop to d6, now inviting white to pick this pawn here. It's a trap. No, now black is trying to lure white to pick this pawn here because this knight here is pinned. There is a pin here and this knight cannot pick back. So this is a trap. So now, but white is going to fall for this trap. Now watch out. White falls for it and pick this pawn at d5, and then from here you're going to notice black will now play this. Black picks that knight, exposing his queen. So black here is sacrificing his queen, to gain a significant advantage and also to gain an officer. Now watch out. From here you will notice white will rush, especially if he's not calculative, if he thinks it's a mistake, because most people might think, oh, it's a mistake, black have just committed a blunder, and they will rush. They will just rush and pick that queen without even thinking twice. They will pick that queen, and then from here black will now deliver the blow by simply just playing his bishop to b4 and check the king. Now notice there's no spot this king can go. This king cannot go anywhere. So right away from here now, you're going to know the only spot that the only way the king can be defended here is to put his queen on the line. So white is going to put his queen on the line, and then from here we are not in a hurry because there's still no way white can go anywhere. Simply black will pick up this bishop here. Just pick that bishop. There's no way this king can do anything from here. So just simply pick this one first, and then from here either you can see white responding by picking that bishop, and then we can now pick the bishop back, and look at that. Now white is still under attack. This knight here can attack this spot, and although both of them have lost the right to castle, but let us count the officers. Let us check out something. Black is leading white with an officer. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meanwhile, black here is having only 4 officers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see here that this is a very powerful trap you play. When once your opponent falls for it, you shine with them, use them and shine. So in the next variation, I'll be showing you another very powerful tutorial. Powerful gambit or trap you can play against your opponent. Alright, so in this popular opening this time around, I'm going to be showing you another very powerful chess trap you can play against. This time around, white is playing against the black, and it's a very powerful chess trap. Now watch out. You are going to trap your opponent's queen in just few moves, very few moves. Now watch this. You are going to notice white plays his pawn to d4, and then black responds with pawn to d5, and then we play our pawn to c4, and then white will actually accept the queen. This queen's gambit accepted, and then from here you notice white plays his knight to f3, and then from here white will play, black is going to play his pawn. He's trying to break up this pawn at the center here. He plays his pawn to c5, and then from here white is going to respond by playing his own pawn to e3, and then from here black pick, and then we are not deterred. We just give black a pieces and black pick, and we'll allow black again to pick this other one. And then in most cases here, you are going to notice black is going to pick this officer again. Black has gained a whole lot of material here. For now, black has gained 2 pawn, and then I think it's 2 pawn up, while we are just a pawn up. 2 pawn up, and then we are just pawn up. We are a pawn down, in short. And then from here, once you notice there is, black wants to trade queen exchange by exposing his queen and saying that he doesn't care, he doesn't give a fuck if white picks his queen, he will pick back. But we have a very nasty surprise and a very dangerous trap here. Now, can you spot it? It's simple. You simply use your bishop here. Use your bishop and pick. Use this bishop. So you're going to pick this pawn here and check the king. Pick the pawn at f7, check the king, and then from here there's nothing the king can do. There's nothing this king can do here other than to pick this, and then he will forfeit this queen here. He will forfeit this queen. From here we can just pick this queen, and then from here black can, in fact white is going to, black will resign. Black in most cases is going to resign, and then from here you can decimate the entire king side with your queen. So it's a very powerful, lovely game. You can even play this one. You can even play black plays this, you can pick this and then threaten white, and if white plays this one here, you can play. There are a lot of advantage to you. You can pick this bishop here. You can enter in here and pick this rook and play a whole lot of things here. So right away, this is one of the dangerous queen's trap you must know about. So, and then the next variation, we shall be looking at another variation as well.